The bottle clicked against the marble like a gun cocking. I wasn't snooping. I was cleaning. That's how betrayals prefer to arrive disguised as accidents. White label. A name I didn't recognize. Instructions that didn't fit our life. I turned the bottle once, twice. My reflection stared back from the polished counter. Come unreadable. I didn't feel pain yet. Just the quiet understanding that something had already ended. I capped it and slid it back where I found it. I've learned that the first rule of survival is silence. We had been careful people. Ritual people. Sunday coffee. Shared calendars. Soft lies like work ran late. We built a marriage that looked sturdy from the outside, glass and steel. I believed in that architecture. I invested years. I believed in her laugh when she stole my fries. In the way she said my name like it anchored her. I believed because belief is efficient. It saves time. Looking back, the cracks were generous. Phone face down. Sudden gym clothes. New confidence without explanation. But love trains you to misread evidence. Love tells you to negotiate with the obvious. The pills didn't negotiate. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for people who want answers. I wanted outcomes. That night, I watched her sleep, counted breaths, measured the distance between us like a surveyor marking land he already owns. I felt the shift, then the clean click inside my chest where grief locks itself away and planning steps forward. I started small, receipts, phone records. A cloud backup she forgot to disable. Patterns form quickly when you stop hoping they won't. The same name. The same hours. The same hotel on the edge of town. Chosen because anonymity is cheaper than courage. I hired no one. I trusted no one. I became meticulous. While she learned new lies, I learned our finances. The shell companies we used for tax efficiency. The trust my father insisted. I keep separate, just in case the postnuptial agreement she waived off years ago with a laugh. We don't need that. I read every clause like scripture. I made copies. I made notes. I scheduled consultations under different names. I moved assets with the patience of a man rearranging furniture while the house burns. Careful not to make noise. I documented everything, dates, times, messages, not to prove she was. Guilty guilt is subjective but to establish control. Weeks passed. She grew careless. Happiness does that to people who think they're winning. The execution required restraint. Revenge is not rage. It's choreography. First move, I updated the trust. Perfectly legal. Perfectly quiet. Voting rights activated. Contingencies triggered. The kind of paperwork that doesn't shout, just waits. Second move, I filed. No drama, no warning. Documents served while she was at brunch. Laughing, phone on the table. I imagine the moment the envelope arrived, how the room tilted. I imagine it because I wasn't there. Distance sharpens pleasure. Third move, I sent a single email to her company's board. A courtesy notice. Conflict of interest disclosure. Evidence attached. The subject line was polite, professional. The truth doesn't need decoration. The confrontation came anyway. It always does. She stood in the kitchen where I'd found the pills. Eyes bright with panic, words spilling. She denied, then cried, then blamed the distance, my work, my silence. She said my name like it could pull me back. I listened. I always listened. Then I spoke. Understood, I said. That word ended it. Not anger. Not accusations. Just finality. I handed her copies, bank statements, filings, messages printed in a clean font. I watched recognition bloom into fear as she realized this wasn't a fight. It was an audit. By Monday morning, consequences arrived in suits and formal language. An emergency meeting. A suspension. questions she couldn't answer without confessing. The lover vanished for self-preservation is loyal to itself. Friends followed. Then family. Structures collapse in the order they were built. The divorce finalized without spectacle. She kept what the agreement allowed. I kept what I had protected. No courtroom theater. No raised voices. Just signatures and the soft sound of doors closing. I don't hate her. Hate is noisy and inefficient. I feel something cleaner. Relief, maybe. Or the satisfaction of a plan completed exactly as designed. People ask if it hurt. Of course, it did. But pain is temporary. Control lasts. Sometimes I think about the pills, how such a small object can detonate a life. I think about how close I was to asking questions instead of making decisions. I'm glad I didn't. Questions keep you trapped in someone else's story. This was mine. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't beg. I didn't forgive for the sake of appearances. I observed. I prepared. I acted. And when it was over, when the silence finally settled and the house felt honest again, I slept better than I had in years. Not because I won, because I remembered who I was.